Nicole Samboy, who's asking about the sun. Have you tried to connect with your son? Because what does the moon have to do, or what is moon pie? I keep hearing moon pie. Is there something to do with either moon pies or dirt pies or something? What is moon pie? Was he a person who likes to play? Because they're showing me sand, but they're showing me like mud pies. What is moon pie to your son, Nicole? There seems to be a song. Um, what? How old was? Okay. Cause I feel like I see you in the front seat and him in the back seat, and you both singing as you drive him to wherever he has to go. So you love him to the moon and back. Okay, so that's why he's showing me the moon, but I keep getting pot moon pie, so maybe I threw that in there. Cause I keep seeing the moon, but is there a song that he keeps sending to you that reminds you of him that he would have sung as a little boy? And I just hear him kind of belting it out loud as you would be driving him. And he's a little, he's under 10 while I see him singing this song and you kind of driving, or him like going along with you and him belting this song out. But I feel like he keeps sending it to you and you just don't realize that this is all the different ways he's trying to connect with you. Because I feel like he sits at the foot of your bed while you're laying there. Like I feel like the TV's on, but you're not watching it. You're kind of looking up at the ceiling, and he's sitting at the foot of your bed, trying to just sitting there. He sends me many songs. We connect a lot through music. Okay, so when you say that you said something about not being, you would love a message with him. You understand if he only comes through. You're connecting with him. Are you thinking that I'm going to connect with him in a more intimate way than he would connect to you? It's just you sitting and receiving his messages. That's all. I'm just more open to receiving his messages than you are. And so he's showing me him sitting at the foot of your bed. There's a TV right in front, and you're not watching the TV. You're kind of looking up at the ceiling, is how he's sending it to me. And he's just kind of sitting there. Did you used to read to him at night? Because it's like he's waiting on you to come read to him. So is that something that you would do to put him to bed? It's like he's waiting on you to come and read him his bedtime story to get ready for your nighttime ritual. And were you just in bed recently crying? Because he seems to see those things. And when he's sitting at the foot of your bed, it's more in his, like he's showing me him as a smaller child. I don't know if he made it to adulthood before he passed, but he keeps showing me himself as a smaller child, like all the memories of a child under 10 and under. Okay, so he's showing me all the childhood memories. Like he's sitting on the bed waiting on you to come in, like that's your nighttime ritual to come read to him. But this time that he's sitting on the bed, he also sees you crying. Okay, I cried. Okay, he sees you crying, and he's so sad because you are remembering, like you're sitting in the sadness of him being gone instead of the joy of his life. He wants you to remember the joy of his life. What's with the ice cream sundaes or the ice cream or something? There's something about ice cream sundaes. Did you guys make ice cream sundaes at home a lot? Or was that a treat that you took him on? Because he's showing me ice cream sundaes. And these are huge ice cream sundaes. That's one of the things he wants me to see is that it's a huge ice cream sundae. And you guys just laugh and laugh and laugh about it. And it's hot fudge. He's making sure I see hot fudge. And you wondering, what did you miss? Why didn't you know? Is that true? Okay, so he's showing me the ice cream. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay, cool. Got it. He was 22 when he passed. Okay. And he's showing me all his childhood stuff. He wants you to remember that stuff. Was there some, like he kind of got a little bit off the path as he got older because there's a little bit of remorse in there too. He was 22, Miss Bonnie, when he passed, and Miss Bonnie wants to know how um how long ago has it been since he passed?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Okay, that's what
No, I don't know that. I don't, I'm. That's the number I just got.
okay.
Can you confirm
And the
that? Was it
reason I'm asking
four?
Nicole is because Miss Bonnie is also a reader. She's in the comments.
Yeah,
Okay, exactly. You're blaming 5 years. You're right, Don. She said 5 years.
yeah,
Okay. So he doesn't want you to blame yourself for missing it. He was an adult.
yeah.
He's saying to me, and I'm getting goosebumps and I'm getting teary-eyed because he's like, you did the best that you could do. Were you a single mom? Because he makes it seem like you worked tirelessly for him. And like, were you a person that volunteered at his school and made all of his stuff? Like, he seems like you were tirelessly working for him, because he's showing me like I see the Queen of Wands, and that's usually a single mom who's working, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids, taking care of all the bills. And so, were you a single mom, or were you the person that was a primary care that made, like, went to the school, went on the field trips, went to the sporting events, made sure he had everything? And so he's very appreciative of that. And he's just like, don't blame yourself. That's one of the things he doesn't want you to blame. And what's with the cake? Did he like chocolate cake? Is that something? And is his birthday coming? Because he's saying have a piece of chocolate cake.
No, he told me March.
March is his birthday. Okay.
Is that right, Nicole? Was it because I'm getting March? As soon as you said that, I got March. And is it March 16th? Because I'm getting 16. Is 16 the birth date, or is what's 16? What's he didn't die at 16? Did he die later? Right? But what's
He
16?
said he was 22 when he died.
Huh. Okay. But was it March that he was born in? And I'm getting 16.
Oh, March. AM B day. His birthday is May. He passed in March
Past
though.
in March. Okay. Okay. Because he gave me March.
Oh, 16 was his baseball number. Oh my gosh, he is here. Oh my
He is
gosh, we
here.
are
He's
passing
here.
it down. We got it.
Yes. Yes. And why am I seeing city? So is he like Chicago or New York? Because I'm picking up a city. I'm getting a very city feel too. Anthony City, Anthony's New York, Chicago. What is the city? It's with it definitely water. City with water. Are you from us? Are you from the city? And I guess that's my question. Oh man. Oh my God. The wow.
Oh, New York, Long Island.
Yes, because I picked up the city and I picked up water, and I was getting the water. I was getting the bridge. I was getting like the for me. I was thinking Brooklyn Bridge, kind of like the Brooklyn Bridge is what I was picking up, and I don't know how that connects. But anyway, that's kind of my image of why New York, because I was getting that where Chicago has different kind of bridges. They have these little. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. So yeah. And so he was a baseball player. He's a baseball fan too, by the way. That's for sure. I picked up. So 16 was his number. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wow.
So
And
did you watch the
and
World Series last night?
so he put on. It's interesting because I see him thin, and then I see he put on weight. Was the weight part of him dealing with depression or something? Because I see him dark hair. I see dark hair, and I see an angular face, and then I see the face kind of go more rounded, but still the dark hair. So was he thinner, and then he put on some weight as he aged a little bit? And was that maybe how some of the depression was setting in, and that was kind of a thing? Was it depression? I don't know, because I'm getting again like this angular face, and then it kind of fattens out a little bit. Does that make sense? Was he again somebody who had more of a
Yeah. Oh, that's true, Don. And he really wants you to know that he loves you. Did he get older and be a little less emotional or a little less expressive in his love for you?
disconnected?
Like,
Disconnected.
oh, yeah, it feels like he really didn't get to tell you how much he loved you before he was gone. Like, he really wants you to know he loved you and he appreciated you. He really wants you to know the gratitude he has for you. Because did he become a little combative or a little hard to deal with before he was gone? Like, I feel like there was a little bit of like you said, disconnect before he passed, and he just wants you to know that he really did appreciate everything, and he doesn't want you to he definitely doesn't want you to think that it was your fault.
And did he have like a strange laugh? Because I hear like this kind of strange kind of it's like a little strange kind of laugh, and I'm not in a bad way. It's just he kind of like it's not a chuckle, but it's like this strange kind of laugh, and it's like was he somebody who when he had that because it's not I'm getting this kind of it's definitely not a usual ho 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 ho. It's a very different thing for him, and let me give you if I could I need first of all I need to um uh he's what? He's known
He's known for his laugh.
there. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. But I do want to, if I can tell you something, I want to share with you something. But don't let this in any way. Let me, let me, let me, let me send a chat to Angie so she can give me some advice on this one. Okay.
What in the was there a girl issue? Like, was he dealing with a relationship thing, and he felt like you were being a little bit too much of a helicopter mom on this relationship with this girl, or was he? Did you feel like he was being a little too much giving? Um, hmm. I don't know. That's a hard one, Don. I don't know. You know what? And I would have just blurted it out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a hard one because how do you? Because that's what everybody always thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
this is the first time for me. That's a first for me. Usually it's the opposite.
Okay, yeah. I felt like it had to do with a relationship thing. And that it wasn't the relationship between you and him, but I got the girlfriend thing, I got the brokenhearted thing. Um, and I felt like that was a lot of tension because you were trying to console him and he just wasn't ready to be consoled. And wow, wow. Was he aspiring to be an engineer or something like that? Because I hear the word engineering. Is that what his aspiration was? Or was he aspiring to be a professional sports person also? Like, I get two different things. Like, if this doesn't work, then maybe this works. Oh, Bonnie says she wish she was on with us.
You want me to send you a link, Bonnie? Do you want to pop on? Because I can, if you're up and you're got your due on and whatever. Because I know sometimes you got to take the
Sometimes we got to pull it together.
exactly. But if you
Are
want,
you ready, Bonnie?
and it's interesting because I was just texting you, Bonnie, because Angie and I just had a little thing, and I was going to ask your advice on that. So,
And
yeah.
that was what I was thinking too. Um, maybe how would Bonnie say that? Because that would be her area, I think, of
Hopefully she
expertise.
can come to peace tonight. Yeah.
Like, serious? No, we're serious, Bonnie. Do
Yeah.
you
No, I'm
want to
serious,
be
Bonnie.
relayed? We're not. We're serious.
Yeah.
This is a very touchy thing that what Don sent to me is very touchy. So
Yeah.
I just don't know how I would say it. He was going into the military. Okay. He took the New York Center.
Yeah. Nicole, Bonnie is also very gifted, and she'll have some really good insight as well.
Wait, he got the letter tonight or he got the letter that night? So you got the letter tonight and he passed 5 years ago? He took the New York City sanitation test and just got the letter tonight. It expired and they wanted him to be a correctional officer.
It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be upset, Nicole. Nicole, one thing I can tell you for sure that you should always, when these things happen, sometimes it's just a way of reaching out, or it's a way of touching base with them to you because they make it kind of happen, or sometimes it's coincidental. But you should never be upset because first of all, you you when they live their lives, they you have to know that once they leave, they're whole where they are. So they're in a good place no matter what. Okay. And that's one thing that he was making clear to us. Clearly, he's in a good place, but he was coming back because you're not. And that's why he came in today, because you are now off in a little bit of a spiral and he's worried about you because of this setting you off. So he brought you here because he knew that we would connect and that we would take your name out of nowhere and we would connect with him. And we have. And he wanted you to know that, again, there is peace there, and so know that, um, because that happened and he knew that you got the letter, and again, all this no emotion rush back, that he brought you here tonight. He brought you online with us tonight. And it's of all the people that's online, we were drawn to you. Angie was drawn to you for a reason, because Angie has such an amazing ability to connect with spirits on the other side. And your son really needed you to know what we're sending you. So don't be depressed, don't be frustrated or sad for him or yourself. And it's for yourself, because over there he's fine, he's wonderful, he's whole, and so over there is a good place for him. Know that.
Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River. Is that a song that you guys like together? Because I just got Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River.
Hey, Miss Bonnie, can you hear us?
Hey, Bonnie.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Did you get my text, Bonnie?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And
just
yes, it can be discussed. Just
Oh.
means that he'll be back.
Yeah.
If anytime a soul doesn't fulfill a contract, they have to come back. I have to.
I didn't even open the can of worms. So if you want to, you go into it.
I just did. Nicole.
Nicole, what we're talking about, Nicole, is that I picked up from your son that his life, he did not fulfill his life contract. Okay. He did leave us early. And again, not everybody who makes choices like this, some of them, it's part of their contract and that's when they were going to leave, but he didn't. But he got to a point where he felt he could not complete everything he needed to. It was going in the wrong direction. So we all put exits in our contract throughout our lifetime, and we take those exits if we have to. And then we come back later with the lesson that we were supposed to have learned. We come back later and learn that lesson, whatever that was. So he probably learned 1 or 2 lessons already that he had, but again, he did not fulfill his complete contract. But don't see it as a bad thing. And that's why I was kind of resolute.
It's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
It's just a choice that was made. And it doesn't mean anything negative to you, Nicole.
And not a judgment. Not a judgment.
No judgment whatsoever. It was his choice to make. And it just means he'll come back. It's like, he didn't clean up his room, so he's got to come back and do it.
Yeah.
That's simple.
But overall, the feeling that I continuously get is gratitude and love for you and wanting you to stop feeling so sad.
Exactly.
I want you to stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault. You cannot have any control over that at all. You did everything you were supposed to. And he just, like, every memory is just of how amazing you were, how great he thought you were. And you didn't tell me, was there something to do with Justin Timberlake? I keep hearing that again. Cry Me a River.
Oh, what a song.
How did he pass, Nicole? You said, does that mean he did this on purpose? I do get a sense of loss. That's how I got the relationship thing. I got the depression. I got the bad loss from that. And I didn't want to ask if that was how it ended. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. And just to pull a rabbit out of a hat, we all know Robin Williams suffered from severe depression, and he chose to take his life. Okay. That doesn't mean he fulfilled his contract. None of us know that. Okay. He may have opted to leave early. He'll just come back and finish whatever it is in another lifetime. Yeah. So no reflection on the people that were left. It's merely a choice. The pain was too much. Now, one thing I want to say is it's time to move forward. It's time to let him go, because all of this grief is like an anchor hanging on them, and they are attached to you until you can let it go. And then they can have some peace, and then they can go on. And also you can. And it's really important to be able to make peace like that. And if you need to talk about it, I can send you, if you give me an email, I can send you a phone number.
And
Bonnie, can you explain? I know that Bonnie's also a nurse, and she also is a death doula. And though the death doula helps somebody transition and helps the family deal with getting ready to lose, the one good thing is the training she's been through and all of the understanding of the process to get a family to be prepared when that time comes. She understands death and dying amazingly well. And so when you talk with her, you're not talking to somebody who's just metaphysical and somebody who is coming from purely a different, just a mindset. The point is she has experience not only in the medical field, but also with death and dying and the process and helping people get through that process. So again, when you reach out to Bonnie, you're getting somebody who's highly qualified to help you move down the road a little bit. So I would strongly suggest, Nicole, that Bonnie, can you, do you have a email you want to share, or do you want them to share it to me?
Sure. You can put my Calling on Angels.
Yeah, let me do that for them, but for her.
And also, you said, will I be reunited with him? Will he come back to the family? One thing I always say, energy is never created or destroyed. It just changes form. He's not here physically. So I'm assuming you mean, will you be reunited with him either on the other side, or will he come back physically in a form that you'll know that it's him? He's here now. Like, his energy is here now, and you can still communicate with him. It's just not in the touch, the physical that you want to see. But he's never away from you. He's always a part of you. He's always around you. And he's stuck in that childlike stage of sadness because you're sad. Mommy's sad. He wants you to be
Exactly.
happy.
They're stuck.
Yeah.
And think about it, how many years he's been stuck and attached to this plane when he's over in paradise. Okay. You've got to take off that chain of grief and let him go.
Yeah.
And if you can think about it like that, you're doing him the favor a mother would do for a child. Do what's best for them. And then it allows you to release this weight and start to move forward. And the many years that he's been gone, it's time. It really is. You're just going to ruin your life, honey. You've got to find some joy, and you have to start to be able to look back and smile and go, oh, what a fun kid he was, or wasn't this funny? And I remember this, and have good memories instead of looking back at his death. He wants to be remembered for his life. Okay.
And you never told me what the chocolate cake was. What's the chocolate cake? She never told me what the chocolate cake was. He keeps saying, have a slice of chocolate cake. So was that his favorite of him?
Exactly. You could create a ritual for him. We can talk about that more.
Bonnie, what's the email address I should use for?
It is possible that he'll be reincarnated. Well, he'll come back, but that doesn't mean that you'll see him in this lifetime. He will come back to finish his lesson. And you could all come back. Like my sister Keena, when we were in class, someone told her that her and my dad have shared many lifetimes together, but they weren't always father and son. Sometimes they were brother and sister. Sometimes they were, other relationships. So he could come back and you guys could have a totally different relationship, but it still be him reincarnated. So you're looking for like, oh, is he going to come back as a nephew or as a grandchild or as a puppy or something that I can recognize that it's him? He's still here.
He's around you all the time.
Sharing with you, but you're not
let him
sharing
go.
with him.
He is with you.
Yep.
24/7.
Also, who's Annie? Can you tell me, Nicole, who Annie is? Is that the girl he was dating? Annie and Anna? Annie? Something like that. Who is?
And did she have a little girl? Because he keeps showing me a little girl.
I just heard Anna Lynn.
Anna Lynn? Yeah, it's yeah. Does Anna or Anna Lynn or Annie?
His name was.
I know his name
was Anthony.
No, we knew that because I said that earlier, I think. But who is there an Annie or an Anna or a Anna Lynn or something like that? So Nicole, there's no girl or woman in his life that Anna anything Anna Lynn, Annie, Anna something, a sister. If it's not a girlfriend, is it a sister? Is it
cousin?
And I keep seeing a little girl, so I'm wondering if the girl
Anna Marie was his aunt.
Okay, that's the little girl he shows me. Okay, because I'm like, he keeps showing me this little girl. He thinks that she is cute as a button. Does she like to dance? And is she a lot of, not necessarily attitude, but she's spice. She's really spicy, the little niece, and he just thinks like she is all the drama. She is all the drama, and she's such a cutie.
And she sees him. Ask her. She sees him because she's open to it and her mind is open. And that's why he's showing Angie. And he showed me that he reaches out to her. He visits. If you had a baby camera in her room, you would pick up the energy because
the orb would be there.
Yes. I would not be surprised at all because he was, as Angie was, all of a sudden, he's showing me, he communicates with her.
They dance.
And that's not dreams, my dear. That's not dreams. That's just what it is, but it's his way of communicating with her. I'm telling you, yes. And know that she's not crazy and she's not making it. It's not a dream.
And he's saying, spend more time with her. Spend
Yes.
more time with her, and you'll stay close to him.
Yes. And
Like, don't.
is that the niece whose mother is Anne Marie? Is that then how that connection was, and that's why he brought
Mhm.
you into the
Yeah.
conversation, and then the little girl, so we can. Is that how that worked? Wow!
Yeah.
Holy crap! That's amazing. I love
And
the way they help us.
much,
It's crazy.
she's much more open to him, so
Yes.
that's why he'll be around her.
Yep. Yep. Because she listens, she hears him because she's not been told I'm crazy or I don't know or whatever. And I'm not putting you down, Nicole, but know that as we get older, we get into these things where if I hear something, I'm just going crazy, or it's just a noise, or I smell, like you'll smell his scent. And he probably has been around you and you smelled his scent and you're thinking, oh, I remember him. No wonder, because he was there. He was around you, but you didn't pick it up. So he goes to her because she responds to him. She's like, hey, I know this guy. This is my cousin. So again, it's that wonderful, very wonderful, the connection that she's listening, and that's how he connected. And then, like I said, he brought you here tonight. You didn't just stumble into us. He brought you here tonight.
He sees you isolating yourself, because she says, I have distanced myself because it's hard for me, because he loved her so much. He sees you isolating yourself, and he's saying, you want to be close to me? These are all the ways you can be close to me, and you're choosing not to. You're pushing me away. I'm drawing you in, and you're pushing me away. He's trying to reach out to you in so many different ways, and you're just like, no, it's too painful. Share in the joy of it.
You've got to
See
go
the
through
joy
the
of it.
pain to find the joy.
Yes.
Okay. You
Yes.
have to go through to
Absolutely.
your fear. Your fear is losing him.
Yes.
You're not going to lose him. You're going to get him. Okay.
Yes.
And he's so excited, like finally she knows. Like he's
Okay.
so excited that you're getting this, and he's hoping that it's going to open your eyes to your joy. It's like you stopped living. You've stopped living your life since his passing. You cannot, like, you haven't even packed up his room or anything. Like, you haven't packed up any of his stuff.
Been there, done that.
You've stopped living.
And what's the gold car? He's showing me. He just showed me this image, and I don't know. It looks like him, but he was younger, and he's sitting, and it's like a gold car, or a car that had like a gold color to it, or something similar to gold. Was there a car in? It's like and again, it's like a goldish kind of. It's interesting. I see him like sitting there. Like this, if there's something like this attitude. I love his attitude. I loved his attitude.
His childhood, like up through 10, he thought it was amazing. That's all the
Yeah.
memories he keeps showing me.
Yeah, because I'm seeing this kind of attitude, and it's like that. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, he was infectious. People like being around him. They liked being around him. They liked he brought the energy. He brought the energy with him. And you were very proud of him, which is wonderful too, because he's showing me that the puffed out chest, and so I can see that Mom had a puffed out chest, and it's not because you had a big whatever, it's because you were like this.
That's my baby boy. That's like, you were the proud mom for everything.
Yes.
You would go to see him open a door. You didn't care what it was. You were there.
And
no, he didn't own this car. He didn't own this car. I see him again. He's younger. He wasn't old enough to even have a car yet. And I see him kind of sitting in like this car, and I just see it like this picture of swagger. It's like somebody took the picture because of a swagger. And it's like it's not that he had the car. It's crazy.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I want to share the same kind of thing. Okay, just so you know, I'll catch you up real quick. I lost one of my children when he was the age of 30. Well, he visits me all the time. He was here not too long ago because we've had a family tragedy. And he comes in with this puffed up chest, and he comes and sits there, stands next to me, and he's got my dog, Bobo. You guys remember Bobo, huh? Bobo. He's holding my dog, and he's like, Mom, I got your back. Don't worry.
See?
So he's doing the same thing to you. He's saying, relax, I'm here. But you've got to take the chain off, okay? It's an anchor, and it's carrying you down.
Yes. And again, don't own his choices, don't own his
Mhm.
decision. The
That
one
was
thing
it.
you can own is the love he had for you, and the love he had for his family, and own the fact that he loved you so much that he came back because he when you were triggered by that male, he said, I've got to step in, I've got to somehow let her know. So and that is why, again, this was so important that he drew you here today, because you were triggered by this receiving this mail, and he's like, oh no, she's going to spiral, and she needs, and so he brought you here to have this conversation. And Bonnie is not, and I don't mean to cast aspersions, but Bonnie has a life. And so Bonnie is not always watching us. And it was meant that she be here too. I mean, it's just like this is not coincidental. This doesn't happen. Coincidence
This
is
is
not
the
here.
trifecta.
Yeah. 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 So know that. And again, Bonnie's experience with death and dying, and I didn't even want to mention, because that was your story to tell. But I mean, Bonnie understands this better than you can imagine, and that's why her input here was so important. But it's he got us together. He brought every one of us here tonight so that you could hear this, know this. And so from this point forward, when you move on, know that he gave you love. He left you with love. He left you with whatever. And don't be sad for him. He's good. Where he's at, he is wonderful. And if anything, feel sorry for the fact that you're still here and having to live life, because it can be a drudgery. And I'm not saying take any decisions like his. Don't do that either. I'm just saying that, over there, they don't have
the
yeah,
pain that we have. This is
exactly.
a very painful existence.
Yes.
We grow through these lessons through
Right.
pain.
And we choose them for that reason. So that's kind of we take these lessons to become our highest and best self, and we keep doing this over and over again, coming back to give ourselves lessons, and we put it in our Akashic records, and we build our highest and best good, and we continue to do this. And so again, this is just one more step in that regard. I'm gonna slip upstairs real quick and get the power cord, because I just got the warning that we're losing battery. So I'll be right back. You continue. Discuss amongst yourself.
Last things for you, Miss Nicole. One, is the niece the his favorite niece? Is she swimming? Because if so, he wants you to go to her swim meets. Something about swimming, or did she like water? And then two, what are the rainbows? Did you guys have some special meaning for rainbows, or did you try to lay under rainbows? Like he's showing me, like, and laying under the rainbow. And you know what song I like? The band Perry, If I Die Young. Oh my gosh, I feel like that right there would just give you the tears that you need, that one good time for you to like. Oh
You
my
need
gosh,
to let it go.
that song is going to break you down. You're going to get that cry out, and then you're going to move on. But it's called If I Die Young, and it's by the band Perry. I think that's the name it is. And
I haven't
I could,
even
oh
heard
my gosh, I
that.
just love the song.
It's called If I Die Young.
If I Die Young, and it's about a mom who lost her
I'm
daughter
not sure I should do
really
that
young.
way, but
Okay, so that was the thing. He was showing me her swimming. He watches her swim. He's so freaking proud of her. He moves obstacles out of her way. He's still there for her, and he still communicates with her in some way. But he showed me her swimming, and he wants you to try to go to one of her swim meets. Like, I feel like she's going to make it to nationals or state or something, and she's going to get this little medal, and he wants you to be there when she does.
he wants you to get back into life. That's what this is all about. Okay? This, like Don said, this didn't happen by accident at all, especially to get me on here at night.
Okay, so that's what the rainbow is. Every time you see that rainbow, that's him saying, hey, here I am, here I am, here I am. So that's what he's saying. And the swim thing, get to one of her swim meets. This is a very important one that he wants you to go to if you can make it. And something about money. He's sending you money. It's like he's pushing money to you. Are you having a hard time financially or something? Because he's pushing money to you. Like he really wanted to provide for you, like take care of you the way that you took care of him. But he kind of got off track and he felt like he didn't get to do that. And so he's still on the other side, wants to do that for you. He doesn't even want to disconnect from us because he wants to make sure you know everything because you've been
He's
so.
trying to help you make plans. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel this sense of I can't go. It's gotta have a resolution to it. So if you will email me at your phone number, I will be happy to call you. There won't be a charge. I do free readings to parents who have lost children.
Oh my God. Nicole, his joy is, I mean, his energy is so, it's not even sad. Like, I don't even feel sad. I feel your sadness, but his
It's
joy overshadows it.
bright. It's bright and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel energized, and it's kind of late here.
All right. Oh my gosh. She said that she won $500. She said my girlfriend called me and told me she got a scratch off the number 16th, and I needed to buy a scratch off, and it was a sign from Anthony. So I did, and I
There you
won 500
go.
because he's showing me he's pushing you the money. He's trying his best to help you.
Yeah. And that will happen. And I'll, when I talk to you, I'll share stories.
But Miss Nicole,
He's sending you so much love. Oh my.
yeah,
Much.
I love his energy. I just wish that
Yeah,
you
it's
would
beautiful.
really allow yourself to feel it and stop pressing it down, because what's going to happen is it's going to explode in a
You're
negative way.
you're associating him with pain. You've got to let that go. And we'll talk about different ways to do that. But you've got to be able to associate him with joy, with happiness, with good memories, so that when somebody mentions his name, you smile. One of the things that people do, and I understand human nature is like this, people are awkward, especially in our country. I don't know if you're from here or not, but very awkward around death. And when somebody transitions, all of a sudden people are afraid to mention their name. And that's the one thing you want. You want to talk about them. You have to process it through talking, but everybody shuts up. And everybody's with you until everybody goes home. And then it's dark. You don't hear from anyone. So we need to work out different ways that you can reach out, that you can step outside, because he doesn't want you like this. He sent this out.
Oh my God.
He wants you to get back into life. Okay? I mean, this doesn't just happen. Okay? These cards fly out.
And that one came out twice. He's clear.
Yeah. And when it's twice, they're saying pay attention.
And stop isolating. He's clear that you need to stop pulling away. You used to be an outgoing, loving person.
You are focused on all the negative, all that you've lost, instead of all that you've gained. Think of all that you got from him. What would have happened if you never had him? So you enjoyed him for 21, 22 years. Okay?
Yeah.
But Nicole, you have more children than just he, right? I mean, because I'm getting brothers. So because he's also indicating there are siblings. I don't, for some reason, I'm not picking up daughter. You may have one, but I'm picking up boys. Does he have one brother, two brothers, three brothers?
And is there a Derek?
He has two brothers? Is one of them, okay, two brothers, okay. Okay, and so, so is one of them PJ? Because I just heard DJ, but I was like, no, not DJ, because I got a DJ. Mine's DJ.
He's Dominic. I got Derek, so that's maybe close to Dominic.
Dominic, there we go.
Okay, so that's the D. Okay, but is there a P as well? Because I'm getting P as well.
This is beautiful. I just love it, and I'm just so. It's not even overwhelming. It's so joyful to be in his energy. I wish I'd known him.
It's like looking at the sun.
And for those of you who are watching right now, no P, okay, because I was getting PJ for some reason. PJ. Because again, DJ is my son, and I get PJ. But it's interesting for those of you who are watching. You're seeing real mediumship. You're not seeing Hollywood mediumship. You're seeing what real mediumship is. We have the people who are on the other side help to communicate with us, and they use our vocabulary. They try to find ways in which they can communicate because sometimes sometimes they talk to Angie and they actually talk to Angie. Angie has the ability. I don't have that ability. I know, or I get images,
Angie
I get
is
whatever.
amazing.
Yeah. So when you're when you see this, it's like we all pick up different ways because they communicate differently to each of us depending on how our style is, which is amazing. But yet we can get all the information. It's just that they're able to know how to communicate with Angie and her symbol. They need to communicate with me and with Bonnie, and it's amazing how that works. It's kind of crazy. So when we
confirmation.
yeah, and often when we're communicating, that's why we have to ask questions because we're given some things, but we're like, I'm not exactly sure what that completely means. And so, because it could mean something to me, but that doesn't mean that it's going to resonate with you in that regard. And so we throw it out there to kind of make sure that you know that he's giving me this for a reason. And as a PJ is my brother's boyfriend, maybe that's what it came up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The other Nicole says, what would be a reason for a loved one not coming through? Maybe they're just not ready to communicate with you. They're not available at the time that you want to.
Maybe
there's many reasons why they don't come.
So is PJ? It's interesting because we have a Maldonado who is in the thing, and they just told me they showed me that name. So is PJ something with Maldonado? Is there a Maldonado? Is that a name for like PJ? Because I just got like a Maldonado or something like that. It sounds very Italian. I guess Italian. Just throwing it out there. I don't know because I just as soon as you said that, it's like interesting.
He is very, very Italian.
Want to come through. This is the other Nicole.
The guy PJ, the guy we're talking about. I guess this was yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, crazy.
This was amazing. I love it. I'm so
yeah. Something's full of anxiety. All of a sudden, my stomach's in a knot. Nicole, are you having anxiety? Are you afraid to let go of this?
He's saying sweet dreams, like he's showing me a video over your head that he'll be in your dreams.
Yeah, if you let go of this connection, he's not going away.
She has to take medicine. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. No wonder I've got it. Oh. Okay, thank you.
We've had some strong connections. I think this is one of the strongest we've ever experienced, and I'm so glad that all three.
They brought Bonnie onto the screen, so listen. He said, "All arms on deck. Everybody had to come."
Yeah. This is just. I love this.
Man, sweetheart, you've got to relax and breathe.
Yeah, and remember, you have 2 more sons. They're. Yes. I hate to say this way, but they're alive.
Yeah, and you know what?
They got to give them some.
I had that said to me.
Yeah.
By the kids. Hey, we're still here.
Yeah. I said this is going to sound very crass, but there was a movie, and one of the comments was made because the woman's like, I love this person and whatever so much, and he said, "It's easy to love the dead. They don't talk back." And I thought, how priceless. I know, because I was thinking, in my world, they do.
Yeah.
I don't always like what they have to say.
Exactly. But they talk back in a good way, which is kind of nice. I love it.
Oh, my God.
Most importantly, take from this that you were loved, that he knew you were going to spiral today because of what you got. He brought you here. He brought all of us here. And that he wanted to let you know that, again, he's there with you more than you think. Now that when you go to bed tonight, do me a favor, Nicole, do me a favor when you go to bed tonight, even if you don't believe in talking to your spirit guides tonight, you need to have a conversation. Say, spirit guides, please open me up to allow him to come through. Take the noise away to allow me to have him to come through. Okay. Tell them to do this for you.
Before you even do that, thank them for this.
Yes. Okay? Yes. Absolutely.
Because they were instrumental in
Yes. Yes.
And one more thing. Does he have a teddy bear? Sleep with his teddy bear. If he had a stuffed animal, I see you putting that stuffed animal in the bed with you and sleeping with it. Or he's showing me that. Like, did he have a stuffed animal that was like his comfort when he went to sleep? He wants you to do the same thing for your comfort tonight.
Well, again, thank you so much for allowing us to thank him, thank you for allowing us to have this moment. You know, it's interesting because he had a large group of friends too, and he was. I just get this feeling like he had a lot of friends, a lot of support. I guess it's because of the team, because he was again part of the team, but he truly was part of the team, um, which is just wonderful. I mean, he was blessed, and so know that you gave him a blessed life. Okay.
And stop looking at his obituary. Is that something that you do all the time? Is keep looking at his obituary? He wants you to stop doing that.
He tells me something about not only the obituary. He's okay. I, okay, I get this. I don't understand this, but I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. Okay, help me with this because I don't. I he has a grave. Okay, I see the grave. I see like a plaque or whatever because I'm showing a plaque. And so it's not like a headstone, but it's more like a plaque for some reason. But I also see a stone, like a paver stone. So how does that? What is again? You're too much homage. You're too much homage to him. Again, you know what?
You gotta let it go.
Your homage is in grief, not in joy.
Yes, yes.
And
the celebration of his life, not the loss of his.
He wants you to do this, or this would not be occurring.
Yes. Everything that you do heaps on more sadness. Like he shows your grief like the size of the Grand Canyon. That's how he keeps showing me the Grand Canyon. That's the size of your grief. And he wants you to change that into your joy. See the joy in it and stop dwelling on his loss. Share those memories with his brothers.
Was he the oldest child?
He definitely wasn't youngest because I see you.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get a sense. Yeah. I get the sense that he was the oldest child. But
he has plaques and bricks and a bench in memory of
yeah, the oldest. Okay.
So that's the brick I was thinking about
because that makes it even harder to let go because you always have a very strong attachment to the first child.
Yep.
I don't care what they say. You're attached to each child differently, but this one made you a mother.
Yes.
There's a huge thing to that.
Oh, you pretty much grew up together, very close, did everything together. So we're thinking that going forward, you're going to come back and tell us how you've worked on seeing the joy in his life and not dwelling on the pain of it. That's what if nothing else, that's the message that he wanted you to get tonight. Joy, joy, joy. And he's saying chocolate cake again. You did not address the chocolate cake. He wants you to address the chocolate cake. What is with the chocolate cake?
We're not getting off till we get chocolate.
Why? He will not let this chocolate cake go.
Okay, good. You're going to try it. There's no try.
There's no try. Don't use that word. No. Nicole, take that out of your vocabulary. You will. You
are going to do this.
No, not going to, because going to is going to get eventually. You will
do this.
Yes.
He loved cheesecake, she said.
Okay. It's a big hunk of cake, and he wants you to have a piece of cake. So was chocolate cake your cake? He wants you to have a big slice of chocolate cake. Because it's a 3-layer cake, and it's chocolate and yellow.
Now you're making me hungry. Stop this.
Listen, my daughter-in-law called and said, "Hey, I need 24 cupcakes by Saturday."
Oh, Lord.
Oh, marble cake. Okay. So he's showing me the cake. He wants you to have some cake. He's very adamant about you having a piece of cake. He wants you to have the joyous things in your life, the things that will make you smile. So all the things that he's showing me are things that either made him happy or made you happy together, or that he wants you to do going forward.
And maybe, again, for Nicole, maybe Nicole's thing is chocolate cake.
Maybe.
So again, it's like he wants her to be happy, and the chocolate cake is her happy space.
Right.
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, that's it. I'm getting hot, so maybe he's disconnecting.
Yes. And have you put on some, and Nicole, one more thing, God, you don't want to hear this because, well, anyway, have you put on some weight because, because of the grief and everything else?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm evident of that.
Yeah. I ain't going there. No.
I'm honest.
No, this
Well,
is
it
this.
was an honor getting to know your son, Miss Nicole.
Oh,
Yes,
it
yes,
was. Yes. What a
yes.
sweet kid.
Well, who's next? I don't even know if we can follow that.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was just wonderful.
Who's next?